They said it wasn't humanly possible. But now you can have all the power and excitement of Nintendo right in the palm of your hand. Introducing Game Boy.
Hey retro gamers, in today's episode, I am going to talk about Mortal Kombat games on the Nintendo's Game Boy, and there were 3 of them, ported between 93 and 95. I am not going to talk about Mortal Kombat 4, which was not released for the original Game Boy. Which one of them was the best? Did you know that Mortal Kombat 3 is the only game out of the entire Game Boy and Game Boy Color library to be rated M for mature by the ESRB? In the end of this video, I am going to try to perform some exclusive secrets. If you like the content I am creating, please like and subscribe to support. But enough talking, and let's get going.
Serve the public trust, protect the innocent, uphold the law. Thank you for your cooperation.
Mortal Kombat 1, the first Mortal Kombat on Game Boy, is extremely bad. It's terrible. As you can expect, the graphics have been massively downgraded, but it also has laggy controls and a limited button layout. Another thing you will notice immediately, there are only 6 characters to select from, meaning that one of the most popular characters, Johnny Cage, is absent from this version. And that's not all. There is also no Reptile in this version, who is supposed to be the secret character in Mortal Kombat 1. Fighter select screen is so bad that you cannot even make difference between Scorpion and Sub-Zero. And they didn't want to include names either, so you just need to take a guess. The game plays extremely sluggish and it's very hard to pull off special moves. Talking about Nintendo, its Super Nintendo's version has always been criticized for not having blood in the game. Game Boy did something worse and removed bloodier fatalities from the game. But there is actually something awesome you might not know. In the Game Boy version, you can actually play as Goro via a secret code. Let's try this in the end of this video. Did you know that there are only 3 stages in the game? But enough of this crap. Let's continue with Mortal Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat 2. First thing you will notice, Mortal Kombat 2 looks way better than Mortal Kombat 1. Graphics are better, animation is better, and it plays way better too. Meaning, it's faster, smoother, and more responsive. But it's not all flowers and unicorns. Like in the first port for the Game Boy, it also has less characters due to limitations. It only contains 8 of the 12 playable fighters from the arcade game, lacking Baraka, Johnny Cage, Kung Lao, and Raiden. And that's not all. Kentaro and Noob Saibot were also removed from the game. Fortunately, Jade and Smoke are still included as hidden fighters. So, Johnny Cage was removed from the first and the second port for the Nintendo Game Boy. Is it coincidence or someone just hated Johnny Cage so much? Do you know? It still has no name shown while selecting a fighter, and all 3 ninjas do look the same. Another thing you will notice in this game, only 3 of 10 arenas are retained from the arcade version: the Combat Tomb, the Pitu, and Goro's Lair. The Combat Tomb contains the port's only stage fatality, and Goro's Lair is much simpler in this version, consisting of a brick wall with no openings or glowing eyes. Blood is completely removed, and each playable character retains only one of their fatalities and the babality. And of course the stage fatalities, like mentioned previously. This game is far from perfect, but unlike the first port on the Game Boy, this game is actually playable. Mortal Kombat 3, from the first moment you will realize that this game is way worse than Mortal Kombat 2. Once again, like the first port, it's sluggish. It's unresponsive and hectic. The audio is worse, and it even looks way worse graphically. I would even say it's graphically so bad it's hard to watch. Many things were cut from this port. Only 9 of the original 15 fighters Kano, Sonya, Sub-Zero, Cyrex, Sector, Shiva, Sindel, Cabal, and Smoke are available. So there is even no Yukon. What the hell? Only 5 stages exist in this port. There are no button link combos, and no finishes other than fatalities and babalities. Shao Kahn uses his moves from Mortal Kombat 2, but the worst thing is that the coolest and one of the most iconic badasses of the entire franchise, Motaro, is not even included. You can play as Robot Smoke via combat code, which is a positive thing, I suppose. Now let's take a look at some of the secrets and tricks in Game Boy ports. Play as Goro in Mortal Kombat 1. Beat the game, and then wait for the credits to finish. When the words "the end" appear, press and hold up plus left plus select plus button A until the title screen appears. Fight Jade in Mortal Kombat 2. In the match before the question mark, during the last round, do not punch. If you end up winning that ending round, you should warp to Goro's lair where you'll fight Jade. Fight Smoke in Mortal Kombat 2. Wait for the little head to pop up at the lower right corner of the screen. As you see him do that, hold down and press start. Play as Smoke in Mortal Kombat 3. Enter combat code 192234. Number equals how many times you need to rotate the symbol. So there you go. These were the Game Boy ports of the original trilogy. In the next episode, I am going to take a look at Mortal Kombat games on Game Gear. Thanks for watching the video. Like and subscribe if you liked.